I think the concept of closet is really stupid. I was just so caught up with my own self of figuring out what being gay meant that I had forgotten what being Dalit meant for me. My struggle was to do more with being effeminate rather than being gay. I think the concept of closet is really stupid because for me coming out is such a constant process. I mean, you're constantly coming out to not just to people but to situations and to circumstances, to transactions, and actually was never a big deal for me. Actually, like thinking back, I think my struggle was to do more with being effeminate rather than being gay, because that's what I was like really struggling with. Am I okay with being femme? Am I okay with being expressive? And I was always okay with being gay. That was never an issue for me. I'm born and brought up in Jalandhar. I have a very love-hate relationship with that city because it wasn't really pleasant as a queer person growing up in Jalandhar, because everybody was so aggressive, everybody was so mardana, and I was just like, where am I in this? Because I couldn't be like that really kind of masculine person, and I was denied that femininity also by my family, by everyone else. So I just didn't know where to go. In my later law school years in Hyderabad, when I actually met a lot of people, especially from the trans community, and that's when I realized that there's so much more to the movement, so to say, rather than just my small bubble of gay men. So far, I was just so caught up with my own self of figuring out what being gay meant that I had forgotten what being Dalit meant for me. And it's only when I moved to Delhi is when I realized that I actually need to say this out loud, and it actually does matter about my identity and how I choose to talk about it myself, and I think Delhi did that for me. In 2015 is when I wrote for the first time about being Dalit and about being queer, and months later my mother read that, and that's when she actually had the first conversation with me, and she said that she was like, अच्छा मुझे तुम्हारा caste वाला part अच्छा लगा but gay वाला मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लगा. And I was just like, mother, they both are the same for me. I mean, look at me. I mean, how can my parents not know? But of course, denial, whatever. And I also realized that, I actually don't know how to explain the word intersectionality in Hindi to her. And that's when I actually realized that that word is just like a buzzword, and there's so many different ways in which people can recognize each other. So I was in PCM, physics, chemistry, maths in 11th and 12th, which is fucking horrible. So I gave IIT exam and I was super frustrated after that exam, like what the fuck just even happened. And in my frustration I told Kiran, that my sister, that look, I don't like girls. And she did her whole drama about crying and about, oh my god, my brother can't be like this. And I was just saying, Dekho, you need to take your time. Clearly, it's not on me, this is on you. So, in my second Delhi Pride, I had carried a big poster of Dalit, queer and proud. And my father saw that image in some newspaper. And that's when he realized that I was. He was like, did you carry that poster within your capacity as a lawyer because you're working with them, or is it because you are one of them? And I was like, Papa, go figure. And don't annoy me, bye. I don't know if this would qualify as coming out. It's just, them figuring it out, or them kind of coming in terms in their own way, or perhaps they knew always and it's only they needed this evidence to actually materialize that this person is not we thought he is. And when I colored my hair, like, he went crazy, and he basically said that we are okay with being whatever you are, but as long as you don't show it. And I'm just like, that's essentially you not being okay with it. We are figuring out our relationship with each other in our own way. It's both good and bad. It's really horrible sometimes and it's good sometimes. There are moments of both frustration and happiness. But I realize that they're taking their own time. But I'm also coming from a position that oh, just because you know doesn't mean that I'm seeking your validation in any way. And I don't live for your approval. I don't seek your approval in my day-to-day life. So if you're not okay with it, that's on you. And so for me, it's kind of very complicated relationship, because I take their praise as I would take their critique, because at the end of the day, it's really up to me how I choose to live my life. And because of that negotiation with my family on the everyday, the outside was easier to face, because there's so much shit coming from the family that it was okay to kind of deal with it from the outside, because you're already prepared for it. So I think that, and that's what for me activism also means, because I see that everybody, especially young people who are still in college or coming out of college, are so obsessed with finding that aha moment where they just get to claim their sexuality and they get to announce it to the world in a narrative which makes you stand out. And for me, that never mattered, because it's the everyday negotiation which actually defined my transaction with sexuality. And that's why I am very critical of people finding that moment of coming out of the closet. I understand that for a lot of people it's really important, and it actually shapes their life in like brilliant ways. But for me, it never mattered, and it still doesn't.